Hi everybody and welcome to Heel Heat. My name is George Coles, and on this episode, we're reviewing Saturday night's main event. Now before we get into this, I do want to talk a little bit about the overall show. Overall, I felt like the matches were rushed and there was way too many commercials. It kind of teetered on the realm of unlikability. I mean, we had 5 matches and 2 of the 5 matches were right around 5 minutes. With that being said, let's go right into the review. I do grade everything on a 1 to 5 scale, 1 being the worst, 5 being the best. So we start off hot. We have Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker going up against CM Punk and Sami Zayn. This match kind of got jump started and they were right into it and they kicked into high gear right away. To me, it didn't feel like they kicked into high gear because it was important to get the jump. It felt like they had a story and then they got their story rushed. Overall, I think this was probably my favorite match of the show. It was a decent match. I liked the start. I liked the story that was told. I liked that Bronson Reed came back and is now aligned with Rollins and Breaker. Maybe they'll get a group name now. Maybe they'll just be the New Dangerous Alliance or the New Shield or whatever you want to call them. I kind of think his senton to CM Punk looked a little bit iffy. Looked like Punk had his knee under him, but I guess he's okay. It'll be interesting to see how they explain Seth Rollins and Bronson Reed being on the same page, considering the last time we seen them both, they weren't. But that's an easy thing. I mean, he's obviously someone that could be used as a mercenary. Overall, Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker do pick up the win here. Overall, I'm giving this a 3. I thought it was right about middle of the road. This kind of felt like a top of the 9 o'clock hour Monday Night Raw match. Coming up next, we have for our Women's United States Championship, Zelina Vega defending against Chelsea Green. This match, again, I think it was right around 5 minutes. I think someone said it was 5 minutes and 10 seconds, but it was short. And on the night where they officially announced Evolution as an upcoming pay-per-view, the women's match being the shortest match of the card seemed like an interesting choice. I thought this was good. I do have to take off a bit because of that obvious botch on the 619 from Zelina, who's normally a pretty capable wrestler, and that obviously led to what looked like a broken nose for Chelsea Green, but it looked bad. It didn't look good. Zelina did pick up the win here. I'm going to give this one a 2. The time, the botch, that's what everybody's going to remember out of this, the botch. They're not going to remember the picture-perfect code red off the second rope. I also feel like Zelina Vega's U.S. title run is being treated as an afterthought. I don't feel like they're giving her any character depth. Again, this match was a 2 to me. Next up we have for the WWE Championship, John Cena versus Ron Cena, aka R-Truth. I love the fact that he came out with his own John Cena gear and it was him as Ron Cena. And it kind of was him pointing a mirror at Cena to show him the good side of him. I came into this wanting to like this match, and I did like this match. But my problem with this, and most of the other matches on the card, is timing. I think this one was another one that was right around 5 minutes. It might have even been less. I think this would have been better served to have been a 10 to 15 minute match and give us more of a story. The story that they told was great. And then at the end, when Cena's holding the belt and there's that second where you don't know if he's doubting the fact if he should hit R-Truth with the belt or he doesn't want to get disqualified. So he hands the belt to the ref, hits a low blow on Truth, picks up the win here. Then afterwards, hits him with the belt and immediately goes out of the ring. I'm really enjoying this John Cena heel turn. And I do think they had a good story here. However, much like the first match and the second match, I feel like the time constraints hurt this one. I'm giving this one a 3. We see some interaction with Cena and Jey Uso, which will set up what happens later in the show. We get Jesse the Body Ventura on the microphone for the next match, and I don't know if they're regretting that now, but he basically took a crap all over this match. We get Drew McIntyre versus Damian Priest in a steel cage match. I liked this match and I thought it was good. However, when you get to the end and you have one of your commentators pointing out why the match isn't good, it kind of takes a little bit away from it. I enjoyed it. I thought it was good. Priest did pick up the win here. I'm going to give this one another 3. I don't think it got to the point where it was very good or excellent, but it was just good. Last but not least, we get to the main event of the evening, defending the WWE Championship, Jey Uso Yeet versus Logan Paul. I will say, I did like the match. I did like the pacing of this. This match pacing was better than most on the night, but I could kind of tell that Logan Paul was lost at times, where he wasn't quite knowing what to do or where to go. And I don't know if it's Jey Uso, because I think Jey Uso is a good worker. He's solid. I don't hate him like most people on the internet do. I don't know that they clicked here. Logan did look a little lost at times. I still thought it was a decent match. I love the story with Cena coming out to kind of help Logan Paul to ruin wrestling by having a YouTuber be a champion. Hey, if you want to do that, I'm available to become a champion too, John. You can help me win any of the world titles or any of the titles. Tell you want to take me down to NXT and get the Heritage Cup? I'm good with that. Anyway, I digress. Cena comes out, which brings out the return of Cody Rhodes, who hasn't been seen since WrestleMania. They cancel each other out. That leads to a big splash from Jey Uso. Jey picks up the win on this one. Afterwards, we see Cody Rhodes challenge Cena and Logan Paul to a tag team match at Money in the Bank. I like the story. Much like I said with some of the other matches on the card, the story was good. The match, again, it didn't feel as rushed as some of the others, but the issues you could see with Logan Paul a bit here, where you could see his limitations, I think it took away from it. I'm going to give this one another 3. I thought it was good. Could have been better. Overall, that's my actual feeling for the night. I think the night itself is a 3. Way too many commercials. I could have probably knocked off another star off the overall just for that. I believe we had just as much commercial time as in-ring time. There was a lot of time, and I get it, I wouldn't say it was wasted, but there was a lot of time spent showing legends in the crowd, showing Vikingo in the crowd. So I know why you do that, because you're on your biggest audience and you want to show, hey, look at all these celebrities have. Hey, do you remember this wrestler? Do you remember the Bushwhackers? Do you remember Jimmy Hart? Do you remember the U.S. Express? Check them out. They're here. I wish they would have given the women more time. I wish they would have gave Cena and Truth more time. All these matches could have been really great matches, but they just don't feel like any of them had the time. Again, overall, I'm giving the card a 3. I thought it was just about average. But let me know what you think. Did you enjoy this card? Is there a match that stuck out to you? Did you notice some of the things I did, like Logan Paul struggling a little bit? Or Zelina Vega, who seems to have lost all character that made her special? Let me know down here in the comments. While you're there, smash the like button, share the video, subscribe, all that fun stuff that all us YouTubers tell you to do. With all that being said, my name is George Coles, and you've been watching Heel Heat.